Well, the race for the World Series crown is down to 8, and a capacity crowd is in postseason form as we get you ready for this one. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the San Francisco Giants. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 San Francisco Giants.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, you know, when you're playing here, this is the fewest runs of any ballpark, the fewest home runs allowed in this ballpark. So you need to play some small ball and expect a low-scoring game.
Madison Bumgarner will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's been one of the most dependable starting pitchers around. He's got a career ERA of less than 3. One of the best out there on the mound.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Giants lineup defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, the last place you want to hit the ball against this team, right field. He won the Gold Glove Award last year. You can go get him with the best of anyone.
Dexter Fowler makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Center fielder, number 24.
And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1, and we're underway from San Francisco.
First pitch, 107.
And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon, 2-0 now.
And even just 2 pitches into our afternoon, already we're getting the sense that he's going to call a pretty tight strike zone.
Great call that time as they caught him thinking fastball. It's 2-1.
Well, he was certainly geared up with a fastball swing in a fastball count. And they sure picked the right time to change up on him. He never saw that one coming.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And this is hauled in on the run for the out. And he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one.
Yeah, an easy fly ball there to start the ball game. One of the big keys for him in this one is going to be keeping that leadoff man off base. He's off to a good start here.
Striding into the box, Kyle Schwarber. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Bumgarner has his sign. First pitch on its way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
I think Lawrence is pretty consistent and respected for his strike zone. He doesn't seem to miss many pitches too often.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. And another foul ball. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And that's a setup pitch right there, 1-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1 and 2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
Chris Bryant gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Lays off 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
This has been just the kind of start you hope for in a game 1.
2 out, nobody on. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Anthony Rizzo would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. And now we'll see what the Giants can do. No score. And with that, a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. Steve, how do they send these fans home happy here today?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
Jake Arrieta gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the Division Series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about elite defensive outfielders, this guy's at the top of anyone's list. Jason Hayward can cover ground. He's got an unbelievable arm. when you're talking about defensive runs saved, there aren't a lot better.
And there you see Denard Span as he gets ready to lead off the home half of inning number 1. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. On the ground to third. Throw on to first, in time, 1 away.
Batting second, right fielder, Hunter Pence.
Into the box, Hunter Pence, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that misses inside, 1-0. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. Now, people describe this guy as throwing a heavy sinker. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's the case, but it's true. When you run into a guy with a good sinker and lots of movement on it, it just feels like you're hitting a bowling ball. The ball just doesn't go anywhere.
And Hayward will put this one away for out number 2.
Well, you always want to avoid using a lot of energy in the early part of the game, and he's taking that to heart. 5 pitches and 2 outs already here in the bottom of the first.
Buster Posey gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Into the windup and the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Zobrist is there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3. After 1, no score. Anthony Rizzo makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Into the seats, 0-1. Slow curveball, like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
Bumgarner's ready. They'll try to put him away here on 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. Now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And this turned out to be a question of who'd blink first. I mean, these are 2 elite players in this game, neither of whom will back down from anybody. That was a heck of a battle there. The good news is there'll be others to come.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Now a ball lined to the left side. but foul. Set to deliver the 0-1. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And that misses for ball 4.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. He's set. Here it comes. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses. Strike 1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
The 1-2 pitch. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Parker is over to his right, and he puts this one away for out number 2. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Addison Russell set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And oh, he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
You see right there on the graphic, these first 2 innings have been costly pitch-wise. He's at 35 already, and he's only through an inning and 2/3.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And that misses. 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
A runner on first with 2 away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Brandon Belt strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
First baseman, Brandon Belt.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hit hard up the middle. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
If they can lay off that curveball, get into better hitters counts, they're going to see more fastballs, and that plays to your advantage as a hitter. You want fastballs and fastball counts.
Nobody out, runner on first. And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone is going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
Set to deliver on 2-1. And here's a pitch taken by Crawford for a ball, 3-1.
This is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Yep, a single and then a walk to start the inning. But this is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number here.
Coming to the plate now, Joe Panik. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
First and second here with nobody out. Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike 1. Lifted in the air out to left. Schwarber on the move, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
And this is one of those guys that throws what you call a heavy sinker. Normally he's going to get a lot of ground balls, but he leaves this one up in the zone. And I think he's lucky that this ball didn't get hit farther than it did.
Jarrett Parker steps into the box. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's in there for strike 1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over. And he's able to jump ahead.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2.
Boy, things are going from bad to worse so far. He's looking completely lost up there.
Here it comes on 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, You've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Ready on 1 and 2. Got him.
Well, he allowed the first two guys to get on in this inning, and that's something you never want to do. But then he bears down. He gets the previous guy to fly out. Then he comes up with a huge strikeout right here. That's a good job to bounce back just when things were starting to look a little grim.
Connor Gillespie gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Chop foul right at home plate. 2 down, runners at first and second. He pulls this one into right, and that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. Oh, and Hayward shoots off the cannon. He is out at home plate. Giants leave a couple. We'll move to the third with no score. Back now in San Francisco with our presentation of Major League Baseball on the show. Thanks for joining us. Miguel Montero is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Miguel Montero.
Bumgarner into his motion. Here comes the first pitch. Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
You can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Well, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Jake Arrieta.
The pitcher, Jake Arrieta, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Well, you have to imagine that this one figures to be tight throughout the entire game. So that's a good job of getting the bunt down right there and getting that go-ahead run up to second base with just 1 out.
Dexter Fowler will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Smoked on the ground left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Settling in now, Kyle Schwarber. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And this is a big-time strikeout situation right here, so they're going to be shooting for the same result, no doubt about it.
From the stretch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. But the runner's back easily. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with two men on base in front of him.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a high chopper. Belt has it to Crawford for one. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Madison Bumgarner digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitcher, Madison Bumgarner.
Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike one.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
But when you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want them to chase.
To 2-2 now. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
That's a good job here of getting out in front of this ball. This is raked right down the line, and you'll see this thing just bounce right over the wall, but I don't think it would have mattered much because he was going to get two anyway.
Denard Span will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. Hit on the ground to short. A quick out number one.
Well, the inning starts nicely with that leadoff double, but aside from a strikeout, a ground ball to short is about the last thing you want to have happen. If this is to the second baseman, that's great, but that's just a wasted out here.
So one gone here in the San Francisco third, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Hunter Pence. First delivery to him on the way. Grounded back up the middle. Towards second, Zobrist is there. Throw on to first, and Pence is turned away here for out number 2.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
Buster Posey stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First offering on its way. Swing and a liner. But this will be foul. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. Down the third baseline. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for San Francisco. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Chris Bryant is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Bumgarner has his target. Here's his offering. Squared that one up just a little late. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon. So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And both guys can go back and get it when they need to. 96 on the one hand, 94 on the other. Anthony Rizzo is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he holds off on the breaking ball, so the count runs full. Trying to strike him out for the second time. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Parker moves over. 2 gone.
The second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Ready now, Ben Zobrist. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw is up the line as it gets away.
And sometimes you can just have a little bit of a mental block on this play. It's just a simple step and throw, but he winds up firing it right by his man at first.
Here's Jason Hayward now as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. And Span will make the catch, and the side is retired. Cubs strand 1. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Brandon Belt getting ready to lead things off here for San Francisco. First pitch coming, here it is. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker, strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
And here's that sequence once again right here on Showtrack. Now normally this is a guy that you might want to nibble with, but he was all business here in this at-bat. Each one of these pitches finds the strike zone, and they're able to set him down quickly to lead off the inning.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. On the ground up the middle, backhanded, and the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Joe Panik is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0. No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for San Francisco. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Three and 0 now.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
And There's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. He's set. Here's the 3-1. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away.
First and second now after the walk. And they haven't gotten much going offensively against this guy at all. So this is about as good an opportunity as they've had.
Jarrett Parker comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run. So I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Just missing here, 2-0. Two sinkers down in the zone. No surprise what they're after here.
Yeah, and this guy's no dummy at the plate. He knows exactly what they're trying to do. It's not like he just fell off the turnip truck.
And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now. Makeup call there?
Well, I don't know, but let's just say they're even.
Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he is in there.
Well, he'd been doing a really good job of working corner to corner, but this is one of the first pitches we've seen that kind of found the middle of the plate, and it's going to cost him a run as this will wind up being an RBI double.
Connor Gillespie is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield here would be big for these guys. It could score too.
First pitch on its way. And this is low, ball 1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. In to score is the runner from third. A tag from Montero. They got him at the plate.
Well, the runner from third winds up just walking home on the base hit here, but they try to wave the second runner in, and a good throw is going to wind up nailing him at home plate.
Stepping in now, Madison Bumgarner, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 0-2 count and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Addison Russell will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
And that right there, that's why these guys only have one hit. He's had him chasing at shadows this entire ball game.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, catcher.
A look at our line score here through the first 4, and as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And stepping in now is the catcher, Miguel Montero. Here comes the first pitch. fastball too high to start him out here 1-0. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Fastball taken high, and it's 3-1 now. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Now a slider here, but this will miss off the plate away, and it's ball 4.
Yeah, they went to the slider there on 3-2, and that's a pitch where you're really hoping a hitter will see fastball and swing through it. But it didn't work out that time, and he winds up losing him.
Jake Arrieta comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out toward right field. And Pence will move over to make the play to end the inning. It'll be Denard Span to lead us off when we return. It's the Giants 2 and the Cubs nothing. And there is Denard Span. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Denard.
Arrieta gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And that's right where you want to be throwing those sinkers, but he's doing a good job at the plate of not chasing.
Two 2-0 pitch on the way. Hot shot on the ground to short. Gloved by Russell. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
With 1 away, here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Fowler is there to take it as Pence is retired on the first pitch he sees.
Oh, you can definitely feel and tell that it's October out there. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. Here, this ball sounded pretty good off the bat, and you wonder if it would have been a different story if it was mid-July out there.
Buster Posey will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
And it's quickly 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. tap fouled at home plate. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for San Francisco. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider, difficult to lay off, but he did it.
Hit to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Giants down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Kyle Schwarber will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both the left-hander and a right-hander get loose. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
1-1, here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Span giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
And there you get a look at his pitches by inning. You can see the count. He's at 83 for the ball game. Not a huge concern just yet, but he's starting to get up there.
Chris Bryant will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Here it comes. Scorched to third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit.
Here's where trying to do too much, you come back and haunt you. This was just going to be a simple single, but look, here comes a throwing error, and that allows him to move into scoring position.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. One out and a runner on second base. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Bumgarner sets, 1-1 on its way. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Runner at second here with 1 man out. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits, both of them are singles. He's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Ben Zobrist. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Out in front of it, strike 1. The 0-1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Here it comes on 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you got to figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
And the pitch on 2-1. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
Now, he does have first base open, so he doesn't have to come in right here. He can try to make that perfect pitch, and you know what? If he misses, who cares?
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Brandon Belt will stride into the box as he'll get things started for the Giants in their half of the 6th.
Brandon Belt.
Pitch on the way. First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. Two 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
And all of a sudden, he's looking a little jittery out there to start the 6th.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And a 2-2 sinker falls in there. 3-2 now. Lifted into the air out towards center field. And this is taken in by Fowler for the first out.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Brandon Crawford stands in. Now here's the pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Slow roller back to the mound. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The second baseman, number 12, Joe Hannon.
Joe Panic digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. The pitch. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Stick around because Jason Hayward will lead things off when we come back. It's the Giants 2 and the Cubs 0. Back here in San Francisco. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Jason Hayward will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. And neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Now the pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Lifted the other way out to left center. Parker giving chase, but he won't get there. It falls in.
And they finally break through for hit number 3 of this ball game, though. It took them 7 innings to do it. That is not the kind of offensive performance that's going to win you too many ball games.
Addison Russell will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Nope.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the 7th. He's about to hit 100 for the game. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Parker is in pursuit, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Back to first, and he throws it away.
And really, from what we've seen here so far this afternoon, balls just don't seem to have a whole lot of carry to them, and this was another example right there.
Miguel Montero stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Runner at first here, one man out. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he takes ball 4 again. And clearly, guys, they just don't want any part of him in this one.
And there you get a look at his pitch count. And you can see he's over the 100 pitch mark right now. So some of those mistakes are going to start to get magnified late in this ball game. You can bet they're keeping close tabs on him in that dugout.
Now here comes Bruce Bochy out of the Giants dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to do it here today for Madison Bumgarner. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score. Josh Osich will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 61, Josh Osich.
Javier Baez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Javier Baez.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
So often, playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen. And this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
First and second now, 1 man out. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Ah, and he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And that is a big time to come up with a strikeout in a tight game like this. You still got that tying run over there at first, but with 2 away now, you don't necessarily need a ground ball to get you out of this.
Dexter Fowler will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Pence. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Justin Grimm will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Justin Grimm.
Digging in, Jarrett Parker. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
1-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number one.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Here's Connor Gillespie. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. And there's ball one.
Well, that's a good spot for that two-seam fastball. You know, remember, that'll run away from left-handers, so a good idea to work the outside edge.
Bases are empty, one man out. And this one runs a little too far in, ball two. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. Oh, and he whiffs on it as it's by him at first.
Now batting.
And this is just a great job of protecting him. You can see this pitch is down. It's away. It's a borderline strike if it's in the strike zone at all, yet he just reaches out and slaps it into right field.
Gregor Blanco will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 7, Gregor Blanco.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? The second for one. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Giants out in front here, 2-0. Will Smith will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Will Smith.
Leading off the inning, Kyle Schwarber, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Well, you've got the matchup you wanted, but that's not going to amount to much if you can't throw strikes.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch.
We got 3
And
2.
it's full now, 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Well, it's been a game of starting pitching so far. As on cue, we give you a look at our starter comparison for these two guys in our 2-0 ball game.
Chris Bryant digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Curveball there. This one touching 77 miles an hour. 2 strikes. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Anthony Rizzo will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all-or-nothing type hitters. But, hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
And this is all about handling a guy like this with kid gloves. You know, walk him if you have to, but don't let him be the one to beat you.
Three and 0 now.
And he's got to be up there thinking, come on already. Give me something to hit.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Denard Span will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Joe Smith is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. Denard Span will start the inning for San Francisco with Hunter Pence to follow on deck.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1. 1 gone here in the Giants' half of the 8th, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Hunter Pence. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Hit to short. Russell has it. Throw on to first, and Pence is turned away here for out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Buster Posey will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
And a first pitch slider is right there for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And he lays off here. It's a ball and a strike to the Giant backstop. Oh, that one got the pitcher. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
I hope he's okay on the mound.
And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Brandon Belt will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Two out with the man at first. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half. Hit out towards second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. We're on to the 9th here in game 1. The Giants lead it 2-0. Santiago Casilla is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Santiago Casilla.
Ben Zobrist will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
Yeah, and whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Casilla's ready. Here's the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Span is under it. 1 away.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out number 1.
Jason Hayward will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. On to second goes Hayward.
And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
Addison Russell will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
You can't worry at all about that runner at second. I mean, his run means nothing. Just go right at the guy at the plate.
Hit hard to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. Now he thought about first here, but he'll go to second instead. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. So it's a tight spot here. First and second, one man out, and stepping in now is the catcher, Miguel Montero. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Runners are at first and second with one away. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's hoping to just run that heater by him. So he's ramped up the velocity here at the last 2 pitches.
Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Payoff pitch on its way. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Well, man, the intimidation factor was definitely in evidence there. He's not going to back down from too many hitters out there, especially not your number 8 guys. Threw it right by him.
Chris Coughlin will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 8, Chris Coughlin.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Runners left in scoring position, one of the big keys to this ball game so far. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. High and wide. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
2 down, runners at first and second. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Now 3-1, you can afford to look middle in and really turn on something if you get it.
Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2.
And a big orange and black wave gets up now. 41,503 fans strong. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll make the catch to end it for the final out. And the Giants have taken their first step as they claim Game 1 here at home. This ball game is over.
Yeah, you know, this game kind of felt like it could have been played back in 1968. Very well played, very low scoring, very quick game, too. I'll tell you, I could go for a few more of these this year. That'd be okay by me.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, the Giants couldn't have done it here without the start turned in by this man, Madison Bumgarner. Strike opposed, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Giants are victorious here, 2-0. So long from San Francisco.
Our final line score this afternoon, first for the victorious Giants.